Educating parents about autism in developing countries. Parents in many developing countries are reliant on informal sources of support as professional services are often poorly resourced with a lack of training and expertise in ASD among the available staff, be they doctors, teachers, or therapists. In time, this state of affairs may change as societies become more affluent, but even then, parents will continue to benefit from the informal supports provided by family and communities. They will need to harness local resources if families are to obtain the supports they require. In this video, we examine the potential of providing education and training to groups of parents as a means of promoting the children's development and in meeting their personal needs as parents. This is a particularly cost-effective means of assisting families when professional resources are scarce, as is the case in many low-income countries. Such programs have been shown to be an effective method of support for parents and children with ASD in other countries, as parents were able to develop skills and gain the necessary information to increase their children's communication skills and to decrease their challenging behaviors. Although parent education programs are long established for children with intellectual disabilities, this is unfortunate because parents without these qualifications need more support and education. Indeed, parental culture could be an important issue for parent training programs internationally, as family services have to be more applicable to ethnic minority population. This requires the development of culturally modified parent education programs, as has happened for Asian parents whose children have intellectual disabilities. However, parents in non-Western countries have little opportunity to get information about ASD in any formal way. In each session, group discussions and activities were used to give the parents opportunities for sharing their ideas and thoughts with each other and to tell others about their personal stories and experiences of ASD, but only if they are willing to do so. Evaluating the effectiveness of the training. In all, 37 parents of children aged 3 to 17 years participated in the training course. They were divided in two groups, one of which received the training while the other acted as a control group. The second group then also took part in the training, which provided an opportunity to determine if it was effective with a second group of parents. Self-report rating scales of parental health, stress, family functioning, and coping strategies were completed before and after the training, and then again some 3 months later to determine if any changes were maintained. The success of the training was evident in various ways. First, no parents dropped out of the course and attendance were good. 26 parents attended all the training sessions, 9 parents were absent from one session, and only 2 parents were absent from 2 sessions. Parents expressed satisfaction with the training course. All but one parent stated that they would recommend other parents of children with ASD to take part in similar training sessions. They were particularly pleased with the facilitator and the video clips they viewed. 16 parents in the first training group and 13 parents in the second training group reported that getting new information on children with ASD was the most important outcome of the training sessions for them.